Hey guys, it's Dean and welcome to Manflow Yoga. In this video, I'm showing you the most common errors in a Warrior One pose. So, Warrior One, this is a really great posture for improving your hip mobility, for strengthening your core, and also working into your shoulders. But when people do this pose incorrectly, they're not going to get nearly as much core strengthening, their hips aren't going to open up as much, and you're going to miss out on the shoulder opening benefit altogether. So, here's how we're going to fix this. The number one error that people have when they do a Warrior One is that their feet are too far apart. So the first thing we're going to do is, instead of having a stance like you would for a high lunge where your feet are pretty far apart, we're going to bring the foot up a little bit. So we're going to bring the back foot up a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 inches, and then point it out at 45 degrees. This allows us to keep the spine neutral and to square the hips, while still getting the stretch through the hip flexor and also through the calves, which is one reason why the Warrior One posture is so useful. So feet are closer together. We're gonna work on pulling the right hip down and back, actually pushing the right heel into the ground so we feel the right glute engage, and then pulling the left hip forward and up. And that way, if you were to look at me from the front, and actually I'll just turn so you can see me, my hips are actually going to look much more neutral, right? So as opposed to if I'm doing Warrior One incorrectly and my hips are somewhat facing out to the side, now if I bring my feet in a little bit and I can pull my right hip down and back, push down to the heel, pull my left hip forward and across my body, now I'm getting much more toward a neutral positioning with my hips. And that's going to help me open up my hips more. That's going to allow me to properly engage my core so I don't have any pinching or pain in the lower back. And then finally, I'm going to make sure that I keep my ribs drawn in a Warrior One, so that instead of lifting my arms up and opening up my chest and doing a little back bend, I'm going to draw my ribs tightly in. All right, so I'm going to bring the ribs in, tighten my abs, just as if I were doing a mountain pose, and then from there lift my arms up while keeping the chest neutral. And now I'm going to get a much better stretch through my shoulders because I'm not compensating by arching my back and opening up my chest. So by keeping the ribs drawn in, by keeping my chest normal instead of puffed open or splayed open, now, when I lift my arms straight overhead, I'm gonna get a much better stretch in my shoulders, and that's gonna help me develop the mobility and the shoulder strength to do things like handstands and a proper overhead press if you also weightlift. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, the point of this video is to cover the common errors you find in a Warrior One and how to fix them. So implement these little changes and you'll have more core strength, better hip opening, so more flexible, more mobile hips, and also more mobile shoulders, not to mention better calves as well. Oh, final point. In the calves, make sure that you continue to push into the outer edge of your back foot. So I see this a lot with people. They lean forward and the foot kind of caves in like this. So I'm talking about my left foot right now. So you want to make sure that you keep the arch of the foot lifted and you're externally rotating the ankle and pushing into the outer edge of the back foot. So it's almost like you're trying to create and maintain that shadow between the arch of your foot and the ground. And that's going to help you strengthen your ankles and also improve your calf mobility. And that's the final point. If you want to learn more about how to improve your technique, this is part of a larger series called Common Yoga Errors. You can check that out on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/manflowyoga, and you can also see it on my blog at manflowyoga.com/blog. And if you're looking to get stronger, to improve your practice and focus a little more on technique in yoga, head to manflowyoga.com, check out my members area. You can get unlimited access for just $1 for 7 days. And that gets you access to all of my workouts, my workout programs, tutorials, and more. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you really liked it, make sure to like it, leave a comment, share it with your friends, share it on social media if you really, really enjoyed it. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.